Hello, good afternoon, happy Bitcoin ETF day, and welcome to this video tutorial. In this video tutorial, I'm going to be covering a scenario where you have some Pika from the Picasso network, and you have it on the Osmosis Zone. And you want to bridge that Pika over to the secret network so that you can use it to create liquidity pairs with Shade from the Shade protocol site. Because right now on the Shade protocol site at last check, and we'll take a look here in a few minutes, the LP pairing of Pika and Shade was yielding around 121%. So not too bad. And you're earning Pika and you're earning Shade. And again, we'll see those details in a second. So that's the scenario. I had a buddy of mine who had some Pika, and you're probably asking yourself, well, if he had the Pika on the Osmosis Zone, why didn't he just swap it out to Atom and then just get the Atom back over to the Shade protocol site and grab the Pika there? Well, he didn't want to do that. He was curious how you could bridge it over. And so I went ahead and did some digging, and this is the solution I came up with. Again, I'd love to hear in the comments down below if you have come up with another way to do this. Again, outside of swapping the Pika to Atom. Again, the Trustless Zone site, I was new to it. It was a little awkward initially, but after 4 or 5 test transfers, it's very, very easy to use. So the abbreviated version of this video, you're going to download the Talisman web extension wallet. You're going to download the Keplr web extension wallet if you don't have those already. You're going to go to the Osmosis Zone. You're going to withdraw the Pika. It's going to bring you here to the Trustless Zone, and then this is where the bridging takes place. And so we're going to be bridging from the Osmosis Zone Keplr wallet to the Picasso Talisman wallet, and then the final transfer is going to be from the Picasso Talisman wallet to the secret Keplr wallet. And again, I'm giving you the chain and the name of the wallet, right? So secret Keplr, Picasso Talisman, Osmosis Keplr, Picasso Talisman. And it's very, very simple to do. There's also a very interesting error that I've been able to recreate now 2 or 3 times, and I'm going to show you that. So don't panic if you run into this. But let's go ahead and dive in. And remember, this is not investment advice. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Again, just trying to help people out there who might be trying to figure out, well, how would I do this? All right, with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at our Keplr wallet, right? So here's the Keplr wallet web extension. We've got about $7.69 worth of assets in here. You'll see I've got some Atom, I've got a little bit of Osmo, and then I've got some secret. Now, we're going to go to the Osmosis Zone, and we're actually going to swap some of this Osmo for Pika. That way, we've got some Pika to work with. And again, this is a net new profile right here that I'm working with. So brand new Chrome profile, brand new Keplr wallet, brand new Talisman wallet. Haven't connected to any of these sites at all. So you're going to see it from start to finish. So let's quickly look. Let's quickly take a look here at the Osmosis Zone, right? So here's the Osmosis Zone, and I'm going to go ahead and say launch the app. Now we're going to have to connect our Keplr wallet, and we should see something pop up here in the upper right. There it is. So I'm going to go ahead and say connect my wallet. It's going to be the Keplr wallet, and it takes other wallets as well. And we're going to approve the Osmosis Zone. All right, so now it sees my Keplr wallet that ends in 8 Foxtrot Whiskey, so 8FW. And if we were to come over here and take a look at the wallet address, you can see for the Osmosis Zone, there it is. It ends in 8FW. All right, so if we go to our assets here on the Osmosis Zone, you'll notice that I can see my Osmo. Now, if you had Atom, right, in your Keplr wallet, you could deposit that Atom here onto the Osmosis Zone and do the swap, or you could do a swap natively in the Keplr wallet. In fact, I don't think I've ever swapped for Pika in the wallet, but that's another video. All right, so here we are. So what are we going to do? Well, let's go up here to swap, and I'm going to say I'm going to swap my Osmo, and we're going to take 1.5 Osmo, and then let's get down here and get some Pika. So there we go, Pika from the Composable network. And we're going to do half, right? We'll keep a little bit back in reserve. So 69 Pika. I'm going to go ahead and click swap. And we're going to hold a little Osmo back just in case. And there we go. You can see we've got some fees here. So if you click on this, remember on the Osmosis Zone, I can say, come in here and say low. I could even come over here. Looks like only Osmo, so we'll click close, and we're going to click approve. And it might only say Osmo because that's all I have on this exchange right now. So the transaction's broadcasting, at which point, when done, we're going to go back to the Assets tab. There we go. Transaction successful. We'll click on Assets. And you should see right there is my $1.53 of Pika, right? So 69.87 Pika. Now, you'll notice that Pika has a deposit and withdraw icon that is not just the greater than sign next to it. And here's what's going to happen, as I commented earlier. When I click on withdraw, it's going to take us to the trustless zone. Now, the first couple of times I did this, it was a little odd, but again, very straightforward, and I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to do. So up here in the upper right, you'll notice that it wants me to connect. And so obviously I would come up here and click connect, and we're going to click the Talisman wallet. And after entering my password in, you could see that the Talisman wallet has been connected. And again, I've got no balance, nothing going on. And the Talisman wallet is actually pretty straightforward. But one of the nice things is, since we clicked on the link from the Osmosis Zone, it loaded in exactly what it is we're going to be doing here. We're going to be going from the Osmosis Zone, we're going to be using our Keplr wallet there, and we're going to receive that Picasso in our Talisman wallet over on the composable network. So connect wallets to continue. I noticed that if you put the amount in first and then connect the wallets, it tends to hang sometimes. So come to connect wallets to continue first. So this is what was kind of odd. So here it's select the from wallet. Well, that's going to be Keplr because that's matched up with our Osmosis Zone, right? So it says wallet is unavailable, and it might be, give me a second here. Let's click on this real quick. Make sure we still have everything there. We do. Let's try Keplr again. Click approve, and it looks like it wants to add a whole bunch of networks, and we'll say okay. And I did run into, and it's interesting, right, because it actually worked this time. So I did run into this on my actual Brave web browser, where it made me do that exact same thing. So now we're going to select the to wallet, and that is our Talisman wallet. All right, so what we're going to see now is we've got our wallet selected down here. So now when I click on select here, I can see the amount of Pika, and I can see the Osmo, but that's not what we're interested in. But here's the Pika that exists in my Keplr wallet. So let me click on this. And now we get to determine how much are we going to do. So I'm going to see if I can force that error initially. So I'm going to click on max. Now you'll notice we have 69.8785. If we scroll down a little bit here, you can see that the fee is going to be sort of auto-magically removed, as this is what we're going to get approximately, because I've noticed that the fee seems to be set at 0.3591. And I've transferred 600 Pika, 1,000 Pika, and that seems to be what the fee is. But we'll see here when we go to do the send. Now it says you should arrive in about 30 seconds. That's typically what I've seen, although sometimes I've seen it take a little bit longer. And here's the trustless fee, right? They're taking 0.5%. So let's go ahead and click on send. And again, it says it's sending 69.8785. However, there are going to be some fees involved. So you can see here we've got a fee from Osmo, because again, we're bridging from the Osmosis Zone. Trustless Zone is going to take their fee on top of that. Now it says approve the transaction in your wallet. Now the wallet should and normally does open up over here. Aha, so there we go. And you'll notice, now watch what happens. If I click on this down arrow here, what I've seen is this lights up red and will err and there it is. And it tells you insufficient balance to cover protocol fees. Now I've seen this 2 or 3 times before, and that's not correct. What will end up happening is in the Talisman wallet, as we let this run, and it shows you the path that things are taking, right? We're bridging from Osmosis to composable. and the Picasso is waiting. So if I was to click on the wallet here, we should see that we don't have, we should see that we don't have any Pika in the wallet right now. And this is where it's going to show up in here. And it's going to tell us that it's Picasso. And then we're going to be good to go. And again, like I said, this red box, I've only seen it pop up when I click to see the details over here of what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and pause. We're going to come back once that Pika is sitting in my Talisman wallet. All right, so there we go. And as you can see, it said successful transfer up here in that box, and then everything clears out. And it did take around a minute, not a big deal. Let's click on the Talisman wallet, and there's usually a little delay here from when that says transaction succeeded until this is going to populate with the Pika that we just sent over. So let's give it a second here. We'll connect back up. In fact, we'll click on that. You can see we've got some dot information for Polkadot and KSM, and there it is. So now when I click on this, it shows the 69.53 Pika. Remember, the fee was kind of taken out there as part of the transaction. So if you see that red box, don't panic, don't refresh, just kind of wait it out, and it's going to show up here, right? So it's here. Now, what are we going to do next? Well, as I said, we want to get it over to the Shade protocol site. So now we're going to go from Picasso, right, from the composable chain, excuse me, over to the secret network. So we'll come down here and we will grab, and it's always appreciated when they put these in alphabetical order, which would be great. And I think I went right by it. And there it is, the secret network. So I'd love it to see if they put it in alphabetical order. It makes it so much easier. Okay, so from Picasso to secret, well, again, connected accounts, we've got our Talisman wallet and our Keplr wallet. So let's go ahead and pick select, and let's pick that Pika. We're going to send all of it. So I'm going to say max. And once again, you can see we have 69.0069, and it looks like 68.6618 is what's going to actually be sent. That fee is going to be taken out. Now you'll notice here it says pay gas fees in, and it looks like there's an option here to change it. So I've clicked on this, right? And the only thing I've seen is Pika, right? That's all we can use is Pika. And again, it may be because maybe I don't have other coins here in this Talisman wallet, but that's what I see, and that's what we've got. That's what we'll use. All right, so let's go ahead and click send. Now, we should see something pop up here in a second, and it should show us that we've got our transfer going, or ask for the approval for the transaction. And it looks like things might be running a little slow here. All right, look, in fact, it looks like it might actually be hung up just a little bit. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to refresh. And since we didn't approve anything, we should still see the same amounts that are right here of the 69 Pika. And so let's go ahead and reset this back up. So connect wallets to continue. We'll connect the the Talisman wallet, and the send to wallet's going to be the Keplr wallet. And then let's select that. And yep, the 69 Pika is still here. We'll say max, and we'll say send. All right, and the fee was 0.3591. And again, it opened up a dialog box, and we should see the same thing happen here. I'm anticipating we get a red box here because we maxed it out, and I've extended this down. That might say that we don't have enough for the transaction, enough gas for the transaction. And again, I've been able to recreate that on the first transfer from Osmosis to Picasso at least 4 times now. So again, if you see that, don't panic. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and just pause. And when this is done, we're going to come back and we're going to continue onto the Keplr wallet to see how we add the Pika token. And the Pika token is in there. It's going to be in the Keplr wallet, but we're going to need to manage some things. And then we'll see how we get it onto the Shade protocol site and how we wrap it. All right, so there we go, successful, and it did light up red again, right? It did light up red again. So it seems that that's like a little bug. I'll probably drop into their Discord and try to get a ticket open with them to get that sorted out. But now let's come to our Keplr wallet here and let's see what we see. So as I scroll down, all right, fantastic. I didn't even have to add it. So I thought we might have to add this, but take a look. There is our 68.66186 Pika, and it still sees the Pika over on the Osmosis Zone. So now this Pika is on the secret network. Well, if that's the case, I should be able to come up here to the Shade protocol site and the application here. And let's get this opened up, and we're going to connect our wallet up, which is one of the things we're going to have to do right away down here in the lower left-hand corner. And again, Keplr wallet. Go ahead and approve it for the secret network. And let's come down to our portfolio, because the portfolio is what we're interested in, because this is where we're going to see the totals that we have. So here you go. So here are 68.66. There is our native Picasso, and there's the secret, and this is the public token, right? You'll notice this is one of the advantages of the secret network and the Shade protocol site is the privacy. And you need to be able, or I should say, you need to have viewing keys in order to see the wrapped secret assets that you have. And you're going to see that here in just a second. So I've got the Pika here, but this isn't good enough, right? We want the secret Pika. And how do we do that? Well, we just wrap it. So I'm going to click on wrap. We'll come over here and we'll say Pika. And we've got 68.86. We're going to max that out, and you'll see it kind of knows here. And that little icon right there, that little S for secret, convert native Pika into its privacy-preserving equivalent using the wrap function. And what this means is, once I wrap this Pika, if you don't have the viewing key, you will not be able to see the balance, right? There's your secrecy, your privacy. So let's click on wrap. And the reason I had some secret in my Keplr wallet already is because here on the Shade protocol site, secret is the only accepted currency for your transactions. So unlike the Osmosis Zone, where maybe you can pay with secret or Atom or Osmo, here it's going to be secret only. Now this takes, again, this is super quick to do. And you've got wrap success, right? So now let's go back to the portfolio again, and let's take a look at the tokens that we have here. So you'll notice that up here above our secret, the public token, we used to see the Pika, Picasso native token, but it's gone. And the reason it's gone is because it's going to be down here along with, and again, it would be great if they would put these in alphabetical order, but I know they arrange them in different ways. And of course, it's probably going to be way down here at the bottom, and I should probably, there it is. Okay, so found it all the way down here at the bottom. Now, this is typically where people panic, is they think, oh my God, all of my Pika is gone. I can't see any of it. Why does it not show a balance here? Again, we need to generate a viewing key. And this is going to be another small transaction that I believe is going to be, yep, there it is. And we're going to pay in secret. Again, you could downshift it since the network's not too busy and we're just generating a viewing key. But that is the viewing key, right? You take a look at that set viewing key, and what we have there look like a little JSON dictionary action, or a Python dictionary JSON object. And so now it's gone from down here. So now we need to go all the way back up here. Here it is. So now that I have created my viewing key, I'm allowed to see the secret wrapped or private Picasso. Okay, great. Well, now that we've got the private Picasso, and it looks like about $1.52's worth, here's what we could do. And we don't have any shade here, but let's do this and let's see if I'm able to swap the private Pika. Let's see if we can do that, or if it, Yeah, okay, the privacy preserving Pika, it sees it. And so we're going to split it in half. And I'm going to do, what is that, 34. So we'll pick 34 of those. And I'm going to swap it to Shade. And so we'll say swap. Again, we've got a transaction we're going to pay in secret because I'm going to walk you through all the way to creating the LP pair to show you how easy that is. And we'll take a look at that 120 some percent return that they're offering right now in both Pika and Shade. All right, so swap success, let's kill that. And it's the pools tab. Now, I've always thought that the pools link should be out here. I don't like that they hide it or that they keep it here under swap, and then you've got to go here to get to the pools. I would prefer that there was just a link over here that said pools, right? So that we could see the pools from the link over here instead of having to know, oh, I've got to go to swap and then I have to come to pools. So let's take a look, and here I am going to search for Pika. So here it is, 121.9% is the return you're getting in this pool right now if you stake LP liquidity pairs of Shade with Pika. Well, how do you do that? Well, let's drop in here, and you can see we've got all kinds of things going on, right? View my balance. How do I see my unstaked shares? And here's what we're going to do. So we're going to generate, again, some viewing keys so that we can see what's going on here. All right, so now my balance, I need to, for the balance, you're definitely going to want a key. And this is going to be a low-cost transaction here, and we'll just go with that since it's a penny. And off we go back to the pools. All right, so now I can see my pool shares. I can see unstaked pool shares, and I can see what my returns are going to be here. So let's do it. And you can do it all right here. You can create the liquidity pair and stake it from that button right there. Now, with Shade, that's right, we had not generated a Shade viewing key yet, so let's do that. And you might be thinking, God, boy, this is kind of a hassle. We've got to generate these viewing keys. Well, there's trade-offs, right? I mean, the trade-off is I've got privacy right now because without the viewing key, someone can't view my balance, and that's what I'm interested in. So we're going to take the max here and 33.89, and that looks good. So again, I split my Pika in half, so I'd have some Shade to pair it with. Now we're going to provide, right? We're providing a liquidity pairing, and you say mint LP shares. It's going to mint and stake them with that button right there. We're going to click approve. And one of the beauties of the Shade protocol app is that, let's say I decide, I don't want to stake this anymore. The unbonding period is instant. So unlike the Osmosis Zone, where you've got a 14-day waiting period, or Juno with a 28-day waiting period, or Atom with a 21-day waiting period, if you're staking those, and you have to wait that period before you can actually get access back to that amount of tokens you had staked. Here, if I decide, you know what, this isn't a good idea, I'm bailing out of here, I come up here to unstake, and I do max, and then I click unstake, and then off I go. And I've got my wrapped secret Pika, and I've got my Shade. And I can do, maybe I want to create some other type of LP pair, or maybe I just want to hold on to them. Or maybe you want to reverse the process and send the Pika back to the Osmosis Zone to swap it out. However, you can swap it right here as well, right? So that is cradle to grave what you would need to do to get your Pika from the Osmosis Zone, right, without swapping it to Atom or some other token and then just using that here to simply swap to Pika. We would go to the Osmosis Zone, click on that withdraw button, takes us to the Trustless Zone. Very straightforward site. Again, don't panic if you see that red box squaring the transaction telling you that you don't have enough gas. You do. You just need to wait for it to finish, and then it'll show. Excuse me. And then we do our two bridging actions. We bridge from Osmosis Keplr to Picasso Talisman, and then we bridge from Picasso Talisman to Secret Keplr. And then we see our Picasso here. We wrap it to make it Secret Pika, and then we go ahead and we create our LP pairs, and we're burning away here with like $1 worth of crypto. And you can see we're earning Picasso, right? Pika claimable, so it's actually earning Pika right now. And it's probably going to be a while before there's any Shade claimable here. But again, The Shade APR is 8.41. The Pika APR is 113.45. So if you're big on Pika like I am, I think it's a phenomenal project with a ton of upside. This might be a great way to come onto the Shade protocol site and stake LP pairing of Pika and Shade, and you're earning 113% in Pika. Not too bad. All right, well, that is going to do it for this video. Again, I hope this helps somebody out there on the wire, maybe save you some heartache. And again, this trustless zone, there's a lot you can do here. So, take some time, poke around and see what they've got. All right, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I've earned the privilege of your time. And as always, hope to see you in the next video.